a little bit of coaching on how to play. So sometimes when you come to a work seminar, you are concerned about, how people are going to look at you, and you want to show your best sides. And you want to, raise your hand when you know the answer, or at least feel like you maybe have something smart to ask or say. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in this program, the whole aim of this program is growth. This is all about, like, how do I, what can I do differently to have things, be better than they have been, even if they've been like okay in the past. Like, what could extraordinary look like in the future? And growth really requires playing in a different way. It requires being a little bit uncomfortable, being vulnerable, raising your hands when you're like, no, I don't know the answer. That is really, really hard for me. I'm very challenged by that. And that does take a certain amount of courage, even in a small room like this, because you all work together. So I totally appreciate that, and also invite you to take on getting comfortable, being uncomfortable. Because as all of you guys know, being comfortable over prolonged periods of time in your life and in your career, it has a cost. What do you think that is? What do you think is the cost of just staying comfortable?
Stagnation.
Yes, stagnation. What else? Would you say the same thing?
Complacency.
Complacency. And then how does it feel when you're stagnating?
Unsatisfying.
Yeah, it's like boring, right? It's boring. It's really, really boring. So, this is an opportunity to be a little uncomfortable for the sake of growth. And so that's one of the things today that you'll have the great opportunity to do if you want to. You don't have to. You can stay comfortable if you want to. Nobody will judge you. But that is the opportunity. The other quick thing I want to say about how to play is sometimes, especially when you get like further on in your career and older, you kind of you sort of know everything, right? You think like, I kind of know everything, and I'm not going to learn that much more. And there's this thing called beginner's mind. Has anybody heard that term, beginner's mind? It comes from like an old, Amy Lou has heard of it. It comes from like a Buddhist teaching, and it's really about bringing a mindset to everything of being a beginner. Like, I don't already know everything, and there are things that I'm going to be able to get out of this. So if you think about the things that you know, if you think of like this pie is all the knowledge in the world, and then this pie is what you know. It's not that much, because there's a lot of things, and then there's a lot of things that you are very aware, that you don't know them, right? So like, aeronautics, you might not know much about aeronautics, or, how to, build a rocket, right? You know that you couldn't perform brain surgery, right? You're consciously incompetent in that area. And then there's all this other stuff here, which is the area where you do not know that you do not know. It's the unconscious incompetence, and it's a lot of stuff. And unless you kind of bring a beginner's mind, you don't have access to all of this stuff. So I invite you to bring a beginner's mind today, because you will get more out of the day. You will get the ROI from fast forward and taking a day off the track if you bring that to the day-to-day. Everybody game for that? Okay.